I'm Amy Max, Program Manager for the California Opioid Safety Network at the Center for Health Leadership and Practice, a program of the Public Health Institute. You are about to watch a quick take video that has been condensed from its original format to present examples for how to collaboratively set strategic planning priorities for your coalition. The subject matter expert for this webinar is Holly Cisneros from Public Health Views Consulting. Let's get started.
Doing a reflective brainstorm called dot voting is super effective. So while it's a little bit old school, it is incredibly visual, it is definitive, and it absolutely is full participatory activity. What we did in San Joaquin County is we had our 3 action teams. We have community education outreach, we have safer prescribing, which is basically education for prescribers and the prescribing community, and then we have the treatment action teams in one coalition meeting. We got a room big enough that all 3 of the teams could meet. We had a lot of flip chart paper, Post-it flip chart paper, and a lot of pens. 1 facilitator, 1 recorder, and each of the teams brainstormed all the things they would like to see change, or the things they'd like to participate in, things they'd like to do, the people they'd like to draw in. So a bit of across-the-board examination of what do we want to do. So in terms of education, I'll take that one for example. Who do we want to reach? What are the potential things that we want to say? What is the change, the behavior change we're looking for? People get excited and they feed off each other's ideas, and so the recorder's up there writing all this down as fast as they can, and you end up sometimes with 3 or 4 full flip chart papers. It's really important to have a really good recorder because you want whoever's recording it to have it be as clear as possible, because the next step is that everybody gets 3 dots, little dot stickers, and they all go up and they get to choose their top 3. And then what you see are these clusters of where the priorities are. So maybe there's one topic that gets like 2 dots. Maybe there's another topic that gets 9, 10, 11 dots. And so it's really easy for the group to see where they are going and what their preferences are together. So Coalesce is sort of this visual map of what are our priorities. And then what we did is once all 3 of those groups had done their individual brainstorming and dot voting, we had those groups present back to the other 2 groups, so that we came back together as a larger coalition and said, well, here's what community education, here's the top 3 or 4, here's what the clusters that we saw. Sometimes you don't see those clusters and it's a little bit more spread out, and then you sort of have to do another analysis of, okay, well, what's the community readiness on these different issues, and you have to kind of do a second level analysis. What's the resource heavy ones? What are the ones where we have so far to go that maybe it's not realistic to make progress in the next year? So you kind of need to do that second level of analysis later process, brings everybody in, gives them literally physically a vote, a dot vote, and then they can stand back and see, and then the other groups can see also what priorities sort of flushed out from the process. It's really more about emerging direction. It's not like it's going to give you a clear formula to get you to a certain place. For the next piece of it, do your second level of analysis, and you sort of flush out, okay, so we have 12 ideas that came up here. 4 of them we think we can really do in the next year or 2, but only 2 of those really do we have the resources to do now. And so you build your strategic plan based on that. Not everything gets done in the first year. So you might have 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 or 4 or 5 years. So you have like maybe 3 different sections within your strategic plan where your measurable outcomes sit.